Best scene of I Spy with My Little Fly, written by Adam Luff. Fade in. Interior, glass jar, day. It is clear and empty inside the jar. Zip, a housefly, buzzes around in a sporadic pattern.
The daring adventurer, the explorer of a big, wide world.
He makes dynamic moves like an agent under heavy fire.
He's Zip the fly, and he knows no bounds.
Suddenly, he smacks into the glass and is pressed against it.
Well, at least he used to.
Interior, hut, day. Zip is trapped inside a sealed glass jar. It is one of many jars all displayed on a shelf in a small, dingy jungle hut. Bullfrog, 38, a large, heavyweight brute in a military uniform, sits at his desk nearby and counts dollar bills. Interior, glass jar, day. Zip peels himself off the glass and rubs his face, sore. He turns to look at the jar next to him. Inside that jar is another trapped fly. He laughs at Zip.
Hey, at least I'm trying to do something. You want to be a prisoner forever?
The fly looks at Zip and cannot hear. Zip sighs.
Never mind.
Suddenly, an explosion is heard, and the jar begins to shake. Zip panics. Interior, hut, day. The hut shakes. Bullfrog pockets the money and stands up. He is very tall. Gunshots are heard outside. Bullfrog listens. He takes out a pistol and goes to the glass jar. Interior, glass jar, day. Zip is still dazed.
What was that?
Zip looks to the glass jar next to him. He sees Bullfrog pick up that same jar and open the lid. Zip is pressed against the glass, helpless.
No!
Interior, hut, day. Bullfrog traps the fly with his fingers and takes him out of the jar. The fly struggles to break free, terrified. Bullfrog swallows the fly whole and licks his lips. More gunshots and explosions are heard outside. Bullfrog looks at all the glass jars. They are all empty, except for the jar with Zip inside.
Think I'll have seconds.
Zip looks at Bullfrog and trembles. Seconds later, Jeff Bold, 30, a tall, dark, and dashing secret agent, kicks down the door, armed with a handgun. Bullfrog turns around and draws his own gun. Jeff shoots, and the bullet hits Bullfrog's gun. The gun flies out of Bullfrog's hand. Jeff aims at Bullfrog.
Hold it right there, Bullfrog.
Bullfrog puts his hands up, half-heartedly.
Anything you say, Mr. Bold.
Interior, glass jar, day. Zip presses against the glass and watches, fascinated.
Wow.
Interior, hut, day. Jeff steps forward. He keeps his gun aimed at Bullfrog.
Where are the vials?
Bullfrog shrugs his shoulders.
I can't remember.
He walks around the hut with his hands up.
Let me think.
Bullfrog approaches the glass jar with Zip inside.
Yeah. I sold him.
He rests his arm on the shelf with his hand near the jar. Interior, glass jar, day. Zip flies to the other end of the glass, away from Bullfrog's hand.
I don't like where this is going.
Zip looks at Jeff, who keeps his eyes on Bullfrog, unaware.
What are you waiting for?
Interior, hut, day. Bullfrog creeps his hand towards the glass jar. Zip flies around in a frenzy.
He's gonna throw me at you.
Jeff pulls the hammer on the gun.
I'll give you to the count of 3 to tell me who bought them.
Bullfrog scoffs.
1, 2...
3.
Bullfrog smacks the jar, which catapults towards Jeff. Interior, glass jar, day. Zip is pressed against the glass. He screams. Interior, hut, day. Jeff holds his arm up and shields his face. The jar shatters against his arm. Zip flies away. Bullfrog tackles Jeff to the ground. Jeff drops his gun, and the two fight hand to hand. Zip flies around. He dodges objects that are thrown around. Zip heads up to the ceiling and cowers. Jeff and Bullfrog brawl. They constantly crash into things around them. Bullfrog's lieutenant, 32, armed with a machine gun, enters and sees the fight. He takes aim.
I'll get him, sir.
Bullfrog looks up, distracted. Jeff quickly knees him in the stomach and swings him at the lieutenant. The lieutenant jumps out of the way, and Bullfrog hits the floor. Jeff attacks the lieutenant and grabs the machine gun. They both wrestle over it. Bullfrog sits up and sees the 2 handguns on the floor. He rushes over and picks them up. Jeff and the lieutenant continue to fight. Bullfrog stands up and takes aim. Jeff sees Bullfrog and throws the lieutenant at him. The lieutenant smacks into Bullfrog and they crash through the wooden wall. Exterior, Amazon jungle, day. Bullfrog and the lieutenant roll down a hill. Their guns also fall down. Interior, hut, day. Zip takes his hands away from his eyes and looks down. Jeff stops and catches his breath. Zip flies down and sneaks into Jeff's pocket. Jeff is unaware of Zip. Interior, Jeff's pocket, day. Zip makes himself comfortable inside. Interior, hut, day. Jeff looks around the hut. It's a mess.
Like a bull in a china shop.
Jeff runs out of the hut. Interior, Jeff's pocket, day. Zip is unimpressed.
Did you really just say that?
Exterior, Amazon jungle, day. Jeff runs out of the hut. 3 soldiers surround him. They take aim.
Hope you guys are bad shots.
The soldiers open fire. Jeff leaps to the side. Interior, Jeff's pocket, day. Zip hangs on tight and shrieks. Exterior, Amazon jungle, day. Jeff gets to his feet and runs. The soldiers continue to fire. Jeff dodges the bullets. Interior, Jeff's pocket, day. Zip shakes around inside, dizzy. Exterior, docks, day. Jeff runs to some docks. A hovercraft is at the end. He jumps onto the hovercraft and rides off. The 3 soldiers arrive and fire. They miss. Bullfrog and his lieutenant catch up.
Oh, sir.
He promptly salutes.
What are your orders, sir?
Bullfrog hits the subordinate on the head.
Quit talking. After him.
They run to the end of the dock and jump onto 3 speedboats, 2 soldiers per boat, and Bullfrog with a boat all to himself. Exterior, swamp, day. Jeff rides at high speed. Zip crawls out of Jeff's pocket and peeks behind. Bullfrog and his men catch up.
Oh no!
The soldiers fire at Jeff. Zip cowers under Jeff's clothing. Jeff looks back and clicks a button on his control stick. 2 cylinders at the back of the hovercraft spray a mist. The speedboats are blinded. 2 boats crash into each other. Zip takes another peek out of Jeff's pocket and cheers. The last boat rides up alongside Jeff's hovercraft. Bullfrog is at the controls. Zip sees him, gasps, and ducks back into Jeff's pocket. Bullfrog lunges himself at Jeff. The boat drifts to the side and crashes. Jeff smiles at Bullfrog and jerks the stick to one side. The hovercraft moves away. Bullfrog falls into the swamp with a big splash. Jeff rides off and looks behind.
Swamp's up.
Interior, Jeff's pocket, day. Zip still cowers inside. He stops and looks up.
You've got to be kidding me.